Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 13. Crazy, right? If you did happen to see my post the other day, which again, it's fine if you didn't, but that might explain to you a little bit about why this episode's coming out a day late. Well, there's other reasons why it's coming out a week late, but specifically why it's coming out on a Thursday and not a Wednesday. So I managed to injure myself while cooking, which is not abnormal for me. This is not the first time I've cut my fingers before. Usually it's while using a mandolin because I just am not very careful. This time, however, it was actually when opening up a can. It was one of those peel cans, and I managed to peel it off using much force, and this very sharp side of the peel of the top of the can ran directly into my right hand. Into the fingers, and it cut pretty deep to the point of where I was actually worried. So I actually called up my mom because she's a doctor. So I'm like, should I go to the local clinic and get this looked at? And she was like, as long as you keep it clean, it doesn't look deep enough, so don't worry about it. Didn't need stitches or anything like that, so I got a clean bill of health. So that's good. And I didn't have to pay a bunch of medical bills for them to just tell me the same thing. Get yourself a doctor to be related to. Trust me, it's amazing. Not having to go to the hospital in order to figure out whether or not I should go to the hospital, it's helped a lot in my life. But anyways, moving on. I'm fine now. My two fingers are healing. It hit my right hand's like ring finger the worst, and then my pinky got nicked at the top, which hurt a lot more than the ring finger because the deeper and bigger the cut, the less it hurts, weirdly enough. So anyways, I've gotten completely distracted. But so this episode, it's titled like the government district or like the government area, something like that. I don't know what I'm going to title it. I think I'm going to call it the government district. So there you go. In this district, right, the plan is that there's going to be a city hall, which I do not build in this episode. It's going to be in the next one because I know exactly what I want it to look like. I have everything saved on Pinterest and the like. I'm ready to go for that. I just haven't done it yet. But I did do a bunch of other things that give off this kind of like both government and also like corporate vibes, because this area of the city, which is against the waterfront, you can see to the left there where it's that straight line. That is where the water is going to be. Like that's the southern side of the island. So we are right on the water here. This area is obviously in reference to the financial district in New York. But yeah, I'm very excited to show you this episode. I'm very happy with what I've done. You'll notice at the very end that there's going to be a lot of buildings that just appear in the background that I don't build. That's next episode. I forgot to film like the end like fly-throughs until after I'd already started working on the next episode, because I had all the clips for this done. I just needed to edit it. And so that's why that's all there out of nowhere, and why I also don't focus on it or try to show it off too much. So yeah, a little sneak peek, I guess. I'm proud of all the structures. I think they came out well. I think the vibe came across for what I wanted. So now moving on to the last thing I'm going to do in the beginning, because this episode, I know the last two episodes I've been trying to do more commentary throughout the video. Understandably, hopefully, I don't have the time to do a full episode this time around, so I'm just going to do an intro and outro, and I hope you don't mind just for this episode. There's not much I have to say about this episode anyways, because I'm not a huge like government person. Like, I know how the government in America works, but this is a fictional city, and I kind of have an idea how it's going to be, how it's kind of different, but I don't want to go into that too much because we're going to be working in the same area next episode, and I want to talk about it more then when I'm building City Hall. But just understand that the idea is that in this episode we're building like kind of vaguely government or government related buildings. And that's about it. I'm not super knowledgeable on the subject, and I'm trying to get more knowledgeable so that I have something actually valuable to say in the conversation. So that ultimately I can give you more of an explanation in the next episode why I do the things I do. But the last thing I'm going to do now is, of course, recommendations. We're doing it every episode. it's been a couple weeks now, so hopefully you're excited for this one. For our movie, we haven't gotten to TV shows yet because there's just so many good movies. Next week, I'm going to do a TV show, promise. But this week, I'm doing another movie. It is the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society. It is an amazing film. I didn't write down when it came out, and I can't be bothered to look it up right now. But if you have Netflix, just go on Netflix, look up the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society, watch it. It is an amazing, amazing, amazing film. You will cry. You will love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. I think it's based off a book, but don't quote me on that. I didn't write it down here. I like to write, whenever I do these recommendations, I like to, whatever I know, I write down, and whatever I don't know, I try to research it really quickly and write like a little thing so I have something to say. I didn't do that this time. So there you go. For the book, it is The Great Gatsby, which, read it. I know there's a movie. Don't watch the movie first. Read the book and watch the movie. I genuinely think that The Great Gatsby is one of the few books out there that does way better as a movie. My other example would be The Hunger Games. My sister read them, and she's kind of gone through them with me, but I have never like fully read them. But from my experience, and from what my sister has talked about and what we've talked about together, we both just love the movies better. The Great Gatsby is like one of those situations where the movie genuinely captures the story better. But the reason I'm recommending you read the book first is because I don't think you'll get the gravitas of the movie or have the same connection to it if you don't read the book first. So, The Great Gatsby, read the book and watch the movie. So that's kind of like a double this time. So you kind of got two movies, but at the same time, it's the same story. And so with that, I'm going to leave it off here and just send you off with some music and time lapse, and I'll be back to exit out of this episode. So here we are at the end of the video, going through the fly-throughs now. Exciting stuff. I hope you did like this episode. You can kind of see what I was talking about in the beginning. In the background occasionally, little snippets of buildings that just came out of nowhere. That are half done basically, because that's next episode. Yeah, I do hope you enjoyed what I actually did build in this episode. I'm very happy with it. I think it came across really well for what I was trying to achieve with the look and style of the location. I do want to say, you know, like, I know this episode has been super late and has not been like the biggest or grandest new thing, which it probably felt like it was going to be. Hopefully it should get better from here on out. Currently, this week is my finals week, so it's summer next week. Ultimately, I'm going to devote more time to this project and hopefully get back to the consistency that I had previously earlier in this semester, earlier this year, I should say. And with that, if you liked the episode, leave a like below, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good at this part. I feel like I sound such like a weirdo when I say it, but yeah, if you want to see more, I guess think about subscribing. Hopefully YouTube will recommend it to you so you can watch more. I don't know, they sometimes do it, they sometimes don't. I think they are getting better about it, but you know, it's YouTube. Like, what can we expect? We love it and we hate it. But with that, I will see you next week on Wednesday this time. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'll see you on Wednesday. So have a good one. Have a good week. Bye-bye.